Hey guys, doing well today. So yeah, in today's video we're talking about the Six Nations review for round 1. So yeah, start off with Italy versus France. So obviously, France did win 50-10, so it was a huge win for them in that sense. Good to get off to a good start really for France. It's kind of the expected victory in a sense, where France would, be you could say unexperienced Italian side, and they pretty much dominated the whole game really. Of course, I think a lot of that was down to Dupont in a sense and how well he really played. He had 4 try assists to his name as well as 1 try, so he had a huge part to play with in this match. And the other key figure I would say is probably Teddy Thomas. He also had 2 try assists to his name and 1 try to himself, so he also played a huge part in that aspect. But overall, I think just France really dominated the game, even within the scrums and lineouts. I think the Italians just weren't really up the par, you could say, when it came to those set piece situations. But I think the best try of the game would probably have to go to, I wouldn't say it's Vincent's, I would probably say Darun's one, where he pretty much kicked it in the air and then they just passed it out wide and he just ran in the score try. It was a very well worked try, but overall, good victory for France, and they definitely deserve to win that, and they got a bonus point out of it as well, so it's a pretty good win for France. But just tell me what you guys think about that game in the comments. If you guys agree that was France should have done better, or if you guys think there was a better man of the match in this sense. For me, the man of the match was definitely Dupont for that, and it's like I said within my previous video for Italy France. I said Dupont, if he has a good game, then he'll definitely change the game, and that's exactly what he did. So moving on to Scotland versus England. This was the huge game, you could say, throughout round 1, and what a game. What a game. First of all, fair play to the Scots. They were brilliant throughout the game. They controlled the game throughout the whole 80 minutes, and they were remarkable really. Just how they actually just started the game and how they really just pressed England, and how the tackles they were making were brilliant. Really, I was very impressed with the loose forward pack really, with Jamie Ritchie obviously, and with Fagerson, as well as gosh, I'm forgetting his name. Jamie Ritchie, Fagerson, and it'll come to me. But those 3 were just brilliant throughout the match within that area. And also Finn Russell, he really did change the game in that sense, where he created a lot of opportunities for Scotland. He was good. I'd say pretty good with his kicking throughout the match. I think he missed 1 of his kicks, so that was pretty good on him. And Stuart Hawke also had a brilliant game. I think he was good. He was just good within the air, and he made a lot of good decisions just while kicking the ball into good areas while getting a lot of territory. But I think the one guy I was really impressed by the most was actually Cameron Redpath. He had a brilliant debut for Scotland. Whenever he had the ball, he always created chances for them. So that was really good to see. And his kicking game was pretty good as well. He had a good kick once when they were under pressure. But other than that, he definitely deserved to be man of the match. And for me, I would have given him mine for man of the match, just for how well he actually played within his first game for Scotland. And Scotland beat England. It's the first time in over 30 years that they have actually beaten England in Twickenham. So that's a huge win for them. So congrats to Scotland, and obviously the fans of you who are watching this, you must be really excited. Just tell me in the comments what you guys think. But what a match. I actually went into the match thinking the Scots could do it, just from the amount of injuries that England had, or just the players they were missing. But at the same time, it's England at home, so you can't really say that they wouldn't have a shot. England, they got 2 pretty decent penalties in the sense where Owen Farrell was just able to convert them pretty simply. But other than that, they didn't really attack as much as what Scotland did, and Scotland just won a lot of penalties in the sense where I think the main person I was impressed by within Scotland was also Gray. He was very impressive for them within that locking position. Even Itoje had some bits for England was doing well, how he was covering the ball, but he was giving a lot of penalties away. So that's kind of the reason why Gray did better than him within that battle, you could say. But overall, just Scotland dominated the game really. Obviously it was a low score, but it's more or less because it comes down to who had more possession and who really gained more territory. And Scotland, I think, were brilliant in those 2 areas. So overall, just a brilliant win for Scotland. Obviously they'll be going to their next match with a positive side to them and after their performance. So credit to them really. They're fair play. They were just good. They were just really good. But anyway, moving on to the last game, which actually happened today for me, and that was Ireland versus Wales. So that was a very interesting match, obviously, and it was more or less where I think the big issue that's going to come down is Peter O'Mahony's red card, which just kind of just changed the game completely. I mean, it's one of those which Ireland were actually seen as the favourites in a sense, where they were predicted to win this match compared to Wales, just based on form. But I think credit to Wales, they really pulled in this ship. Obviously, that it did change after the red card. I mean, actually, Ireland did very well actually to maintain a lead in a sense and actually get a try while they had while they actually had a red card, and they were actually winning, leading going into the half, which was crazy. So, and Wales just didn't do anything about it. Like as soon as Ireland had the red card, they were like, okay, it doesn't mean anything. Ireland's still a good team. We're just going to carry on the way we're doing. No, don't do that. Like, it had to take them the next half to actually realise that they had an extra man. So, but yeah, anyway, Wales did come back and they definitely deserved the win. I mean, both tries they scored, with North as well as Lewis Samet. That was probably the best try, I think. And then obviously Lee Halfpenny in the last try. But other than that, I mean, Wales were brilliant in that sense, and overall they definitely deserved the win. They came back within that second half. So yeah, credit to them. This is a good win for them. Obviously, this is their first really big win over one of the the four big nations. With Ireland, England, France, and Scotland. So that's a very good win for them in that sense, where they only beat Italy twice and Georgia within the other nations. So this is a huge win in that sense. So it shows progression. So Pivak should be pretty proud of his boys in that sense, where they just put up a good performance in that sense. I think for Ireland, if I was impressed by one person, I'd probably say it was Henshaw within that centre position. He created a lot of chances for them, and he had a nasty step. It was a nasty step. So yeah, credit to him on that. But yeah, for Wales, I think there's a lot of people I could name, but who was I impressed in Wales? Lewis Samet, he was impressive, but I actually think George North, just for how he transitioned within that 13th spot, I'll give him credit. I thought he did very well. But also, obviously, Wyn Jones did get man of the match within the match, so within that propping position, which he was very good at. Obviously, they did have an extra man within the scrum, so it did pay off in that sense, where Wales were able to win more scrums and that. But yeah, other than that, I think they overall dominated the game and definitely deserved to win. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. I mean, if I had to say the player of the round, I would probably give it to Dupont, just because of how he had 4 try assists and 1 try. But definitely the game of the round was definitely Scotland, England, and Scotland prevailed. So that was great to see, and actually, just good on the Scots, really, and and credit to Wales obviously for beating Ireland. That's a huge win for them. So next week's gonna be pretty big. Obviously we have we have England versus Italy, so that's a good match in the sense where both teams will need to win there. And then we have Scotland versus Wales. So that'll be another good game because both of them are coming off a victory. And then France versus Ireland. So that's another good game. So we'll wait and see how that goes. But anyway, just put in the comments what you guys think about this round and what you guys thought. Do you think it's deserved winners, or do you think there was a bad decision that a ref made within one of these matches? Let me know. But just put it in the comments and I'll definitely reply. So that's kind of it with the video. So just hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.